The story of Angelina Jolie begins long before red carpets, movie premieres, or humanitarian speeches. It begins in a household quietly reshaped by separation and absence. When Angelina was very young, her parents, John Voight and Marceline Bertrand, went their separate ways. Her father's career kept him distant, leaving her mother to raise Angelina and her brother largely on her own. Life was not glamorous or easy. It meant moving homes, managing limited resources, and learning resilience early. Despite those struggles, Marceline poured love and determination into her children, encouraging creativity and emotional openness. Angelina grew up watching her mother sacrifice her own dreams to create stability for the family. Those early experiences, marked by both love and hardship, quietly shaped Angelina's perspective on family, responsibility, and the importance of standing strong even when life feels uncertain. Feeling different in a world of expectations. As a teenager attending school in Los Angeles, Angelina often felt like she didn't quite fit in. Surrounded by peers connected to Hollywood, she felt awkward, self-conscious, and misunderstood. Ironically, the features that would later make her world famous, her striking eyes, full lips, and distinctive presence, were once the reasons she felt singled out. Adolescence is difficult for many people, and for Angelina, it was a time filled with emotional intensity and questions about identity. She explored different styles, interests, and creative outlets while trying to figure out who she wanted to become. Acting eventually offered her a space where emotions could be expressed freely and constructively. Rather than hiding her intensity, she learned to channel it into performance. Those years of uncertainty and self-discovery laid the groundwork for the powerful screen presence that audiences would later recognize as uniquely hers. Discovering acting as an outlet. Angelina's path toward acting became clearer when she enrolled at the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute. The environment encouraged emotional honesty and deep character exploration, which suited her natural intensity. Acting was not just a career choice. It became a way to understand people and express complex feelings. Early roles were modest, but casting directors quickly noticed something different about her. She brought a raw authenticity to characters that made them feel real and vulnerable. Instead of chasing traditional glamour roles, she gravitated toward characters with depth and emotional complexity. These early performances helped her build confidence and refine her craft. Slowly, the industry began to see her not merely as the daughter of a famous actor, but as a performer with her own voice and presence. The stage and screen became places where she could transform personal experiences into meaningful storytelling. The breakthrough years in Hollywood. Angelina's career gained serious momentum in the late 1990s with performances that showcased her emotional range. Her portrayal of model Gia Karangi in the film Gia earned widespread critical praise. Soon after, she delivered another unforgettable performance in Girl, Interrupted, starring alongside Winona Ryder. Angelina's role captured audiences and critics alike, ultimately earning her an Academy Award. The recognition changed everything. Hollywood now saw her as a serious talent, capable of powerful performances. Yet fame also brought intense public scrutiny. Every appearance, comment, or personal decision was suddenly headline news. The attention could be overwhelming, but Angelina continued focusing on her craft. The breakthrough period established her as one of the most compelling actresses of her generation and opened the door to larger projects. Global fame and blockbuster success. The early 2000s brought Angelina into worldwide stardom when she played the iconic adventurer in Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. The role introduced her to a massive international audience and confirmed her ability to lead blockbuster films. She combined physical strength with charisma, redefining what an action heroine could look like. The success of the film elevated her status in Hollywood, and major studios began offering leading roles. Angelina balanced big-budget productions with dramatic performances, showing versatility across genres. Her confidence, distinctive voice, and commanding presence made her one of the most recognizable figures in entertainment. Yet even at the height of fame, she often spoke about wanting her work to have purpose beyond box office success. That desire would soon lead her toward a different kind of influence, one rooted in global awareness and humanitarian work. A life-changing encounter with the world. While filming in Cambodia, Angelina encountered realities far removed from Hollywood life. Visiting communities affected by poverty and conflict deeply moved her and shifted her priorities. Around this time, she adopted her first son, Maddox, beginning the family that would later grow into a multicultural household. Her experiences led her to work closely with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees as a goodwill ambassador. She traveled to refugee camps, listened to stories of displacement, and helped raise awareness about humanitarian crises. Rather than limiting herself to occasional appearances, she spent extended time in the field, learning about complex global issues. These experiences reshaped how the public saw her. She was no longer simply a movie star. She had become a visible advocate for people facing extraordinary challenges around the world. Building a family. Across borders over time, Angelina's family grew in a way that reflected her global perspective. She adopted children from different countries and later welcomed biological children as well. Her household became a blend of cultures, languages, and experiences. She often emphasized teaching her children empathy, curiosity, and respect for different backgrounds. Parenthood changed many of her priorities. Travel, education, and exposure to different cultures became central parts of family life. The goal was not simply to raise children in comfort, but to help them understand the broader world and their place in it. Angelina frequently spoke about how motherhood grounded her and gave her a deeper sense of purpose. The family she created became one of the most important and meaningful parts of her life story. Love and the era of Brangelina. Angelina's relationship with Brad Pitt became one of the most talked about partnerships in modern celebrity culture. The couple met while filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Their chemistry on screen translated into a real-life relationship that quickly drew global attention. Media outlets coined the nickname Brangelina, symbolizing their combined influence in Hollywood and beyond. Together, they worked on films, humanitarian initiatives, and charitable projects while raising their large family. For years, they represented a powerful blend of fame and activism, using their visibility to highlight global issues and support charitable causes. Their relationship captivated public imagination, but like many highly visible partnerships, it also faced enormous pressure from constant media attention and demanding careers, health decisions, and personal strength. In 2013, Angelina shared deeply personal news about her health. After discovering she carried a genetic mutation associated with a high risk of breast and ovarian cancer, she chose to undergo preventive medical procedures. She wrote openly about her decision in a widely discussed essay, hoping to encourage conversations about genetic testing and proactive health care. The announcement sparked what many called the Angelina effect, as thousands of women sought more information about their own health risks. By speaking honestly about a difficult decision, Angelina helped reduce stigma around preventive medical care and empowered others to explore their options. Her openness demonstrated a different form of courage, using personal experience to raise awareness and potentially save lives. Navigating family changes and new chapters. After many years together, Angelina and Brad eventually decided to separate. Like many families experiencing change, they focused on supporting their children through a challenging transition. Public attention surrounding the separation was intense, yet Angelina remained largely private about the details. She concentrated on parenting, directing films, and continuing humanitarian efforts. Her priorities shifted toward creating a stable environment for her children, while also exploring creative projects behind the camera. The experience marked a new chapter in her life, one centered on growth, reflection, and redefining what success and happiness looked like beyond public expectations. A legacy. Beyond Hollywood O'Day. Angelina Jolie continues to balance creative work with global advocacy. She has directed films that explore themes of resilience, history, and human rights, while maintaining her involvement in international humanitarian initiatives. Her journey, from a young girl navigating family challenges to an Academy Award-winning actress and advocate, reflects a life shaped by change, reflection, and determination. While audiences may remember her iconic performances, her broader legacy includes raising awareness about global issues and encouraging compassion across cultures. Angelina's story reminds us that public figures are also individuals constantly learning and evolving. Through both her artistic achievements and humanitarian efforts, she continues to influence conversations about empathy, responsibility, and the power of using one's platform for meaningful impact.